A beautiful sunny day in Maple Grove. It's section championship day in girls hockey as the Maple Grove Crimson host the Centennial Cougars for the Section 5AA Girls Hockey Championship for 2021. Welcome to the Maple Grove Community Center. John Jacobson and Dan Ficken for today's telecast. And Dan, third meeting of the season between these two teams. Teams with almost identical records on the season. The Cougars coming off a nice win over Blaine in the semifinals. Maple Grove a one-goal win over Rogers in the semis. And they meet today with Crimson having won the first two meetings during the regular season.
And boy, the first thought that comes to mind, it's awful hard to beat somebody 3 times in a season. And I'll tell you what, the Cougars have really come on. They are 12-2 in their last 14 games, and those 2 losses were to Blaine and to Andover. And they come in here now. Oh, I'm sorry, they're 7-3 in the last 10, but they've really come around. They're putting pucks on the net and scoring, and their power play is going now. They got a 24% power play, which is very high for this year, so they got potential here to knock them off.
And you saw their scores between the two teams. Maple Grove putting up 5 goals in each of the 2 wins. Centennial in a quarterfinal round game shutting out Anoka Spring Lake Park, whereas Maple Grove had a bye in the quarterfinals and just had the one semifinal game against Rogers as far as playoffs for 2021. It is a veteran Maple Grove team, a lot of talent, but a lot of girls that have played in section championships. Already their 3rd section final for some of these girls.
Mm-hmm. And the one thing that's a little different here is that they made a go. They don't want to go to state, John. They want to go to state and win it. I mean, and they're very passionate about it. And this is a very aggressive, good team. They've been together for a long time. They're averaging 4 goals a game, and their defense really has been outstanding. I mean, they're 1.32 goals against, and there's one of the reasons there. Brooke Casebo, one of the better goalies in the state. So they're on a mission. Let's see if they can get themselves through the gate and into the tournament.
Let's look at our key players, starting with the Cougars. The junior and one of the captains of this Centennial team, Megan Goudreau.
Real smooth skater, has really come on this year with 25 goals and 17 assists. The big thing, though, John, she's got 4 power play goals and 3 shorthanded goals. And she's been very aggressive all over the ice, both in the offensive zone, and her defensive work has gotten way better this year, so she's been a real strong spot for the Cougars.
And from Maple Grove, it's Lauren Stensley, a senior, play at St. Thomas next year.
The Tiger. I mean, this lady, you will notice her from the minute she hits the ice as soon as that puck drops. She's aggressive, she's fast, she's got great hands, she can shoot well, great teammate, does a great job. But she always seems to be the one, John, especially in these section games, that gets the goal, that gets the Crimson rolling, and they'll count on her tonight to do that, and she's fully capable.
Should be a good one here today. The winner goes on to the state tournament. It's Maple Grove and Centennial for the Section 5AA Championship, coming up live next on CCX. CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV. Centennial and Maple Grove getting ready to go at it for the section championship in girls hockey for 2021. Maple Grove, the 2-time defending section champion, defeated Centennial a couple of years ago and Blaine last year. And tonight, because of COVID, all the games are at the high seed, and so not at Roseville this year. Instead, the Crimson get to skate here on their home ice, where they beat Centennial recently here, 5-2.
This is a different experiment, and you get your home rink here now, and for the section championship, boy, what a big advantage that will be. And now they let crowds in now, John. We got people here.
Yeah, it's nice to have people back in the stands here, and a limited attendance, but still more than we had at the beginning of the season. You can see some of the fans that are here today at Maple Grove Community Center. Centennial starters, and the game is now lined up, and now they introduce the Maple Grove starting lineup today. I think, Dan, this is the first time we've ever done hockey game where it's 56 degrees outside, right?
Yeah, I agree, and I'm just kind of wondering, can we get a retractable roof up here, you know? Gee, but this, it's been so weird this year with the COVID and everything. We're going late into the season, and it's kind of pleasant walking outside and not freezing your butt off, you know?
I like that.
But these two teams, this should be a fairly evenly matched game, and both skating and speed will be on display. These are skilled teams, so they'll be fun to watch.
We'll be back. We'll drop the puck in a moment here in Maple Grove. Welcome back to the Maple Grove Community Center as we get ready to drop the puck for the Section 5AA Girls Hockey Championship here. 15-5 at number 3 seed Centennial taking on 15-4 and number 1 seed Maple Grove. Here's how the teams got here. Maple Grove a bye in the first round, 3-2 win here against Rogers in the semifinals, and Centennial beating Anoka Spring Lake Park with a shutout in the quarterfinals, and then that 8-5 win over Blaine in the semis to get to this afternoon's contest.
Well, both teams battled pretty hard. Maple Grove won both games during the regular season, as we said, but that third game, it's tough to beat a team third down. They pretty much know each other, and we'll be getting a treat watching Caitlin Gross, who's a freshman goaltender for the Centennial Cougars, and is putting up an outstanding season with some really good numbers, and she's been really good for them coming down the stretch here.
Crimson ready to go now as they break their huddle. As you look at the starting goalies, Caitlin Gross, the freshman, there are her numbers. 12-5 goals against, a 2.70, and Brooke Casibo, 14-4, a 1.42 goals against average and a save percentage of .925.
It's been the big difference between these teams. Maple Grove plays pretty good defense.
And we are underway. Maple Grove sweeping the puck in wide of Gross in the Centennial net. Chipped to the corner by Sam Stelgis, but picked up back behind the net. Intercepted in front by Stensley as Centennial turned it over. Maple Grove gets it back. They drop it to the corner as Getch getting it along the boards. Digging at it is Courtney Lysing. It's back behind the net, taken by Lauren O'Hara. Off to Hannah Thompson and back to O'Hara. Her pass gets intercepted. Stensley's there again to pick it off. Drops it back behind the Centennial net. It rolls around to the right side where Abby Elliott had it for a moment. Cleared out of the zone now as Maple Grove makes a change and shoots it back into the Cougar zone.
Wow, what a shift by Lauren Stensley. Boy, she's asserting herself immediately into this game.
Lysing ahead to center ice, and Stella Rettram dumping it down deep into the Cougars' end. Pushed to the corner. It's onto the stick there of Nicole Hammond of the Cougars. Knocked down at the blue line. Swept by Rettram toward the circle, but Centennial able to get it out. Rettram ahead a little too far out in front for Tater. Here comes Centennial, and losing it off her stick was Lauren Parr. The puck slides to the goalie, Casibo, and we get our first stoppage.
Well, a good start for Maple Grove, John. They're coming out with that aggressive forecheck that they use.
Here's a look at Sean Moline, first-year head coach, extensive coaching background, played at Bethel and coached there, but first year as the high school coach here at Centennial. It's been a good year for he and his staff and his players. Maple Grove gets the pass out to center ice, off underneath Tater's stick, brought in on the right side by Bella Shipley. Back behind the net, and Newpower has it there. Ella Newpower will skate out to her blue line to center ice. Comes to the Maple Grove line, has it taken off her stick by Tater. She'll bank it off the end boards. And then able to get it out of the zone past Newpower and down into the Cougars' end. Olivia Flushing with it there. Drops it to the corner where Lauren O'Hara takes it. O'Hara's pass missing. Trying to get it out to Megan Goudreau, and a shot back into the Centennial zone. Overskated at center by Cody. That shot into the zone. Backhand shot at a goal. Boy, it took a weird carom. Casivo got caught out of the net, and Megan Goudreau there to bury it in the net. And Centennial leads 1-0. 2 minutes and 26 seconds into the game.
Well, John, we just saw the right hand of the hockey god here for Centennial. You know, we're used to seeing, I know at the Pick Arena, Plymouth, there's a spot on the boards back there where that puck will fly out. Well, it looks like there's one here. It comes around, and it just bounces off Casibo. That's what it is. Bounced off her and just couldn't get back. And, of course, leading scorer, scoring her 26th goal of the year, Megan Goudreau, jumps all over it.
Unassisted goal at 2:26.
That's the kind of mistake you do not want to make with a leading scorer on the ice.
Face off in the Cougar zone. Slid along left point. Oakland playing it toward the net, and covering up on it is Gross.
Yeah, it's kind of a sudden shock. Now, Maple Grove they got to answer, John. They got to figure something out, put some pressure on, get some shots on. Just remind Centennial it was a fluke.
Face-off win for Centennial. Cleared back out to the right point. Puck kept in there by the Crimson. Skating in after it in the corner is Stelgis. She goes down hard there. Picked up by Summer Francis. Had a couple goals in the semifinals against Blaine. Coming to the front was a shot there. That one goes off the pipe. And cleared away by Centennial as they chip it out to center ice. Now they'll get a rush up the wing as Parr tries to get to the puck. Gets cut off there by Annika Johnson. Johnson for Maple Grove. Slides a pass off. Here's Stensley into the zone. They'll bank it all the way around. Trying to get it to Lysing, and does. Lysing puts it to the front of the net, but right onto the stick of Thompson for the Cougars. She has it taken by Stensley, who drops it back to the opposite corner. Watching there for Centennial, up the boards. Tie up in the corner. Puck comes free, and it's Morgan O'Hearn with the puck.
Nice reverse. They had all the Maple Grove players on the left side of the ice, and a good reverse by the Cougars there.
Tater squeezing the puck away from Centennial, trying to center it. That goes off a stake. Now she'll chip it to the corner. And picked up there by Flushing. And it does able to get it out to center ice. Maple Grove's got a reset back at their blue line. Emily Oakland chipping it off the glass. Puck comes free. Tater battling Ella O'Hearn there for the puck, and now Tater has it. Brings it in on the right side. Drop pass there for shot away. They score!
Beautiful.
Stella Retram beating Caitlin Gross, and we're tied at 1.
Well, ever since Retram got here last year, she's been a scorer, and she's at the right place at the right time. And she's doing what we call charging the net, man. Watch them coming. She's coming flying down there, grabs the rebound and buries it to tie the game. Nice play by the Crimson there. Good effort in front of that net. Good response by the Crimson here.
A big goal for Maple Grove. They're tied up at 1. Oakland also getting an assist. Here's a shot that gets tipped wide as Maple Grove gets the puck right back down into the Centennial zone after that faceoff. Now Cougars have it again. Lauren O'Hara get it up to center and swept ahead by Cody down to the Crimson end. After it there is Jenna Tim. Tim to her blue line, stops. Misses on the pass, trying to hit Tater. This is going to be icing on Maple Grove.
Yeah, that errant pass kind of caught Tater on her off balance, and she kind of fumbled it and went down a little bit, but Get a look at Kelly Crandall. First season as a head coach here, came from Armstrong Cooper. And right now she's got her team first year on the brink of going back to state.
That goal for Rettram, by the way, her 8th of the season. Third leading goal scorer on the team behind Stensley and Tater. Cougars with a puck, Flushing, getting it to center ice. And shot by Taylor Holm in. And Gross steers that to the corner. Back out, shot from the circle, and save made by Gross. Puck still loose out in front. They push at it, comes to the boards. Picked by Ella Olson to the corner. Holm behind the net. Around the boards and to the corner where Olson has it.
Well, I tell you, Centennial's not being real aggressive on the outside there. They want to get that puck to the outside, and they're okay with having it out there for wide shots rather than in the middle.
Tim will shoot it in on net. Maple Grove makes a change. Thompson lost the puck. Stensley got run off the puck then by Thompson. To the left boards. Puck chipped back behind the Cougars net. Thompson after it there. The sophomore D. Flip it up to center onto the stick of Ella O'Hearn. Back to Thompson. Across as Centennial's making a change. Abby Elliott getting it ahead to the Maple Grove zone. Lauren Stensley, leading scorer for the Crimson, and they're offside.
We were talking to Coach Moline before the game, and he said one of the objects is to keep everything to the outside in this Maple Grove team, and they're working it, but boy, they've had a couple instances where they've got it in front of that net, and they're just hacking and swacking away.
Puck shot past the point and all the way down. They're going to wave off icing, just skated down by Caitlin Lysing. Now it's Stelgis. Losing the puck there is Lauren O'Hara was in there. O'Hara gets it back.
Ooh.
Nice little move, gets to the front of the net. Puck is loose there. Goudreau has it off her stick, back to Lysing. Lysing will push it up the boards, and Courtney Lysing will move it out. Up to center. Brings it in on the left side. Courtney Lysing to the slot. Lost the puck off her stick. There's Stensley. And gets a shot on net, and Gross makes the save. Stensley with the puck again. Putting it out in front. That gets broken up nicely by Callie Cody. And here come the Cougars. Francis into the zone. Lost it as she came to the blue line. It's onto the stick of Johnson of Maple Grove. Crimson have it again. Here's Stensley. From center, will shoot it down into the Cougars' end. It goes all the way around the boards. Maple Grove keeping it in. Here's Shipley. Centering pass for Tater in front. That one just missed. And Rettram was on the backside if they'd gotten on net. Shipley trying to pass it. And it gets broken up by Hammond. Loose puck, and that gets deflected up by Gross off of the stick of Shipley. Now Maple Grove buzzing. Back out to the blue line. Unable to keep it in was Tim.
Well, that was unusual, but I tell you, Gross is looking good in the net there, John. She's staying on top of it. She's getting out and attacking the shooters that are in and close on her, and she's just not giving them anything to shoot at.
8.5 minutes to go in the first period. 1-1 Centennial Maple Grove here in the Section 5AA Championship. It's icing on Centennial.
Well, we're just about halfway through, and Centennial's only got one shot on goal, and by God, they made her count.
Right. 7-1 right now, the shots on goal in favor of the Crimson.
Looks like the Cougars are a little tentative, and they got to look at it. They got nothing to lose here. They've had a really good season, and I don't think people were expecting it. So if they can get them to pick it up a little bit more, I think if they improve the pace, they're going to improve their chances to get some more shots on goal.
Puck gets deflected over the glass. Will face off outside the Centennial blue line. Bridget Getz shooting it down into the Centennial end where a lot of the play has been so far here in the first period. Cougars have it now, looking for the pass, and a nice breakup by Getz, preventing that pass from getting through to Ella O'Hearn, who would have had a clean look and would have been able to bear down on Casibo. That gets broken up, and now Tia Rice brings it in. Now onto the stick of Centennial's Lauren O'Hara, and out she comes. O'Hara hits the Cougar line. It's the Crimson line. A shot on net, and the save made by Casebo.
Nice rush to relieve the pressure and to get a shot on net.
Tim's pass missing there for Rice, and it's icing on Maple Grove.
Well, maybe that'll be a little bit of a spark that's coming in, but she went from end to end. Really nice. Long and tall, great strides. Gets inside, and she just uses her head, and she gets a puck on net. Lets everybody else catch up with her, but she stays aggressive, and that's what they need.
Lauren O'Hara is the second leading scorer for Centennial. 15 goals, 19 assists on the season. Looked good on that rush. Casebo making the stop. Her first save of the game. Blue line down towards 7 minutes to play here in the first period. Centering pass out in front by O'Hara. Nobody from the Cougars could get a stick on it. O'Hara back behind the Crimson net. Trying to push it out in front again. Comes out to Thompson. Big drive off a skate. Goes to the left boards. That kept in the zone by Cody. Now Centennial, a little pressure put out in front. And trying to lift it up was O'Hara, but lifted it too high instead and over the net. Back up to Thompson, left point. Slides at right point. The flashing shot. That gets blocked. Rebound, try Boudreau, and the second one is in. O'Hara with the rebound after Megan Goudreau's shot is stopped by Casebo. There's Lauren O'Hara to score, and it's 2-1 Centennial.
Well, as I was talking about, there's the Centennial team that needed to show up. Got aggressive. O'Hara got it going with that rush, got it in the zone, and they just went on their forecheck and really made it work. They won 3 one-on-one battles down in that zone. They finally got it in the net. Good shot there, but a good follow was O'Hara standing right there in front, was forgotten. The backdoor lady, and she gives them a 1-goal lead.
O'Hara's 16th of the season. Flashing and Goudreau and getting the assist at 10:29 of the first period. So the Cougars back in front. Play down in the Centennial zone now, and Maple Grove with possession. Here's Tater. High slot, drives a shot off some traffic and out of play into the netting, and the face-off in the Centennial zone.
Try by Tater there. She's got to get her motor going here a little bit. She seems a little off right now and had a few things bounce for her and just didn't go her way, but once she gets rolling, look out.
Morgan O'Hearn on the face-off with Tater, won by Centennial. Comes back out to the right point. Kept in by Caitlin Lysing. Puck comes free and swept out to neutral ice by Noelle Hemmer. Caitlin Lysing banks it past Tater, icing on Maple Grove.
Well, good try to spread it out and move it around a little bit. Got an icing call on it, but that line was getting tired. So they got to change now, but a face-off in the defensive zone for the Crimson.
Rice and Morgan O'Hearn on the face-off, or excuse me, yes, Rice and Morgan O'Hearn, and it is taken by Maple Grove. This is Jenna Tim with it. Tim hitting the line, hit the top of the circle, still with it. Rice out in front of the net. Tim with it, back out high. Blue line, shot away from there, and Gross able to see that through all the traffic off of Olsen's shot from the blue line.
Yeah, it's a nice play, though, getting it up to Olsen. They're coming around by Tim, and they got a good shot off, but it'll be tough to get one on Miss Gross here.
7 saves for her so far. Face-off win for the Crimson. Push back out to Tim at the blue line, dropping it back behind the net for Stelgis. Lost it there to Lauren O'Hara. O'Hara will golf it out, and this is going to be icing on Centennial.
There really hasn't been too much going on the Crimson side of the ice, so the puck kind of got a little push to go for an icing, but
yeah, I think she was trying to fly it out there to Goudreau.
Yep.
And too long on the pass, so we come back down to the Centennial end.
Smart strategy, though, John, trying to shoot one out. That'll pull that Maple Grove defense off that blue line.
Here's Lauren O'Hara. Goal score tonight. Goudreau back to O'Hara. Got ahead of steam coming into the zone. A nice poke check away there by Oakland to take it off her stick. pinned up with the referee along the boards. Now the puck comes free and onto the stick of Getch. Senior defenseman will play it out. The center past Stensley and back down into the Centennial end. Grace Torma has it there out to the blue line and swept back ahead to the Maple Grove line. Out at center, Stelgis lost it there. Goudreau putting it back into the Maple Grove zone. Pass ahead, too far for Stensley. She'll skate after it. Trying to poke it past Thompson. They both go after it. Thompson has it for the Cougars. It's a pass that comes out to Hammond. Hammond in, lost it, poked away by Tater, kept in the zone by Parr. Now Tater with it. Knocked off her stick by Francis. Under 4 minutes to go in the opening period. 2-1, Centennial leading Maple Grove. Tim, pass ahead to Stensley. Stensley moving in, goes back behind the net. Looking to go in front. Couldn't find someone to pass it to. Now gives it off in the corner. Here's Tater. Moves in through some traffic. Lost the puck. Going after it is Tim. Putting it to the side of the net. Out in front to Tater in the circle. Shot gets deflected wide. Retrum getting a stick on it. Goes out high. That shot gets deflected wide off of Johnson's stick. Cougars retain possession now, or get it back, I should say, as Ella O'Hearn gets it, nices it, and takes some of that pressure off.
Boy, what a shift number 24 Tim had on that for the defense for Maple Grove. She was quarterback that whole thing, getting into the zone. She hesitated, made sure her line was in front of her, got them going, organized them in the corner. She was talking to where I'm going to put the puck. Just really smart heads-up play without rushing. Very calm, and created a couple opportunities for the Crimson.
Maple Grove keeping the puck in the Centennial zone after the faceoff. Shot toward the net. Grove covers up on that. Shot going to the slot. Centennial blocks it, and they get it out of the zone, sweeping it back toward the Crimson line. Getch with it. Drops it back for Caitlin Lysing. Ahead in the skates of Courtney Lysing. Back to Caitlin, and now on to the stick of Stelgis. And she ices the puck. .234 to go in the period. Winner goes to the state tournament. Third meeting of the year, Maple Grove and Centennial.
So far, no penalties, John, in this game at all.
No.
That's been good. It's moved along.
Johnson getting tied up in the corner, looking to free it as Morgan O'Hearn for Centennial. Johnson, though, wins that battle, but at the blue line, shot kept in, and that one went wide to Casebo off the stick of Torma. Now, Maple Grove will turn it back the other way. Here comes Rice into the zone. Drop pass, broke it up. Good defensive play by Morgan O'Hearn. And played rink wide off of Hemmer's stick and out of play.
Well, good play there by the Centennial Cougars, just chopping it up and just disrupting that rush. Maple Grove's got to pick up the pace now. I think it's their turn to pick it up, John. They can play at a higher pace than what's been played, and they're kind of settling. They need to get in there and battle more and win some one-on-ones, especially in the offensive zone.
They win the face-off, and charging into the zone with Shipley. Tater with it, going to the boards with Torma as the puck gets freed up. Played by Centennial, but not out of the zone as Retrum kept it in. Francis, well, didn't get much on that pass, and put out front by Tater. Here's a shot away from the blue line. That gets blocked and deflected to the corner. And cleared out by Parr to center. Shot back in by Maple Grove. They'll skate after it hard. The Shipley goes after it, number 8. Behind the net. Centering pass in front. Shipley couldn't get her stick on it. And out comes Hammond for Centennial. To center ice, into the Maple Grove zone. Shot gets blocked by Getch. Getch will flip it out to center. Flushing has it there for Centennial and shoots it back into the Maple Grove end. Down to a minute to play here in the opening period. Getch flied out to center with the pass. Into the boards. Retram goes down, and there's our first penalty of the game.
Pretty good check. I like it. Good for him. But you can't do that in girls hockey.
They're going to call it for interference. And we'll give Maple Grove, the Flushing goes off.
Well, here's a good opportunity for the Crimson. Unfortunately, their power play is running at about 10% right now. They've had a lot of teams are having issues with that this year, John. Their power plays just are not clicking.
So power play for Maple Grove here in the final minute of the first period.
Did we mention Centennial's got 5 shorthanded goals? Crimson got to be careful here.
Stensley looking to pass it in front, and nice job knocking it down to keep it in by Tim. Here's a shot by Tater and whistle it wide of the net. After it is Stelgis, she has it. Back out left point to Johnson, trying to hit Stensley in the opposite circle. That gets broken up by Elliott. Around the boards, under 10 seconds to play here. Pass across to Tim. They'll have to hurry with the shot. Tim fires away, gets blocked, and that will be the end of the first period of play.
Well, good first period. Obviously, Centennials ought to be just overjoyed right now to have a 2-1 lead going into the second period. And they did a good job. And they're just playing steady and working it through. And they picked up their pace a little bit. They got from 7-1 being outshot to now it's 10-6. So they've come back. Good period for them. Maple Grove, they just got to pick it up, John. I just think they're playing a little slower, comfortable pace. They need to take it out to the edge a little bit and really start rocking. So we'll see what we get in the second period.
We'll take time out. We'll come back with more hockey action. The Section 5AA Girls Hockey Championship on CCX.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You'll also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV.
A beautiful but shameless plug for CCX Media as we come back in our first intermission. Centennial leading Maple Grove 2-1 in the 5AA Girls Hockey Championship game. Well, earlier today on the ice here at Maple Grove Community Center was the 5AA Boys semifinal featuring top seed Maple Grove and Ticino Grace. The Eagles got just 1 goal in the game. You'll see it here, a nice play. But it was mostly Maple Grove as it was when these teams played in the regular season, and it's been the case for almost every Maple Grove game this season, with the exception of their loss to Lakeville South a couple of weeks ago. They went on to win, gave up just the 1 goal to the Eagles, and won at 7-1, identical score that they beat a good Ticino Grace team during the regular season. So they move on to the Section 5AA Championship here Thursday night at the Maple Grove Community Center. They'll take on either Blaine or Centennial, who are playing right now in the other semifinal. That game tied up at 1. Well, these schools met up in the 2019 Section Championship at Roseville, with the Cougars scoring first in that game, but Maple Grove came back, tied it, and went ahead for good a short time later. Went on to win this game. Then sophomore Lauren Stensley scored 2 goals in the game for the Crimson, and the Maple Grove team winning their section championship that night by a score of 4-1. Backed it up with a section final win last year against Blaine as the Crimson advanced on to the 2019 state tournaments. Fun to see.
That's a lot of
success for both of these programs in recent years. Centennial just 3 years ago lost in the state championship game to Edina. very good. Edina set a terrific program, obviously, as well. Maple Grove has won the state runner-up final, losing Eden Prairie in the state championship. Centennial this year, 76 goals scored, most of them in the second period. Nice. And Maple Grove, their best period statistically has been the first period so far here in 2021. Actually, it's all been 21 this year.
Yeah.
I get used to saying it 2020, 2021, but for all the sports, it's been just 2021 this year. We didn't get started until January, but it's a hard habit to break when you say it.
It's
years and years, right?
Yeah, when you look at the numbers and stuff, there's some real dramatic things showing on numbers, for this year, what's happening. But the one extraordinary one is the Maple Grove boys. I mean, I've never seen numbers like that, John. I've never seen numbers like that on a team.
Yeah, they'll play here Thursday night at 7, as I mentioned, against the winner of either Centennial or Blaine. We'll take another break. We'll come back. More of our first intermission on the second period of play. Centennial leading Maple Grove 2-1, our score.
Worried about your friend but don't know how to reach out?
You could say, how are you, or get a fake tattoo. You could ask with an app if it works for you. You could chat with them in VR, it's so good. If you think you should check in, yeah, you should. Whatever gets you talking.
Reach out to a friend about their mental health.
Whatever gets you talking.
Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
Centennial 2, Maple Grove 1 here at the Maple Grove Community Center, Section 5AA Championship for 2021. John Jacobson and Dan Ficken back with you here on CCX. Good first period of hockey. I'm sure Maple Grove would like to have that first one back, but the overall, a fun 17 minutes to watch.
Yeah, it really was. One penalty in the period. Good aggressive play both ways. Maple Grove starting up, dominating, but Cougars got back control. But look at that goal. I mean, that's just the hand of the hockey gods right there, John.
That came at 2:26 of the game as Megan Goudreau got Centennial on the board. Maple Grove able to tie it. Nice rebound goal. Puck put in the net by Stella Retrum. That tied it at 1 at 4:34. Caitlin Gross has played well today. Come up with 9 first period saves. You've seen a couple of them here. That little chance just going wide of the net. And then Centennial able to put the second goal up later in the period, and the shot by Fleshing, the rebound try knocked in by Goudreau, by Lauren O'Hara. Goudreau also had the initial shot and got an assist as well, along with Fleshing, and O'Hara's goal making it 2-1 at 10:29 of the period. There are the shots on goal favoring Maple Grove and scoring chances. Just one penalty that came late in the first period, and there's a minute 10 left in the Crimson power play when we come back for the start of the second period, which we will do in just a moment. More hockey on CCX after this.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
Centennial leading Maple Grove 2-1 as we get ready for the start of the second period of our Section 5AA Championship. Girls Hockey State Tournament starting a week from today at XL Energy Center. The coaches of the qualifying teams will seed for the tournament tomorrow, and then play gets underway at 11 a.m. next Saturday at Excel. Maple Grove would sure like to be there for a third straight season. Centennial would like to get back there for the first time since 2018. Ready to go with the start of the second period. Again, Maple Grove on the power play for the first minute 10 as they try to even this one up. Centennial with a clean face-off win, though, by O'Hara back into her zone and cleared by Thompson down into the Maple Grove end.
Boy, it's a good opportunity for the Crimson, John, to get something going right away and get this game tied up.
Crimson get caught up a little bit on the boards, and Stensley able to come through there with the puck. She'll bring it all the way down, back behind the Centennial net. Kind of fanned on the pass, gets it back, off to Tater. Drops it back for Stensley, back to Tater. It's pushed a little wide, comes back toward the front of the net, trying to put it on a Stensley stick. To Getch and back to Tater. 25 seconds left in the power play. Back out to Tater. To Getch with 20 seconds to go in the power play here for the Crimson. Nice little move by Getch, moves in with a shot that gets blocked. Looks like it was Elliott that got a piece of it for Centennial, and Cougars clear it down the ice.
Getch made a good move there, but you know, it's easier to cover somebody when somebody's got the puck and moving with it rather than the puck being passed. And that wasn't really a good opportunity because it got blocked. But
Cougars back at full strength. Stelgis gets it poked off her stick by Ella O'Hearn to the blue line. Getch keeping it in onto the stick of Stensley. Stensley moves into the slot, shot away. Gross saw it all the way, and the freshman gloves it.
Well, finally created a shot there, but the puck movement really wasn't creating any openings, and finally they just came around and got basically a one-on-everybody situation there for a shot, but I don't know, it looks like it's going to be hard to beat Gross tonight.
That puck poked off the stick of Rice and out of the zone. Rice getting it back now, and he'll shoot it back in. New power. Gonna squeeze it through there for Hammer. And rolling down the end of the Maple Grove zone. Doesn't get all the way for icing. And the Crimson have it. Trailing 2-1, 2 minutes into the second period. Out to center comes Holm. Holm blasts the shot, and the save made by Gross, and she'll hang on. She got a pretty good goalie coach. Maddie Rooney, you might remember as an Olympic gold medal winning goalie with the U.S. team 3 years ago. I think I would probably listen to her if she was teaching me some tips on goalie.
Oh, she was just great to talk to. She said really nice things about the young lady who works very hard. And like you said, John, you got a genius there.
If you don't listen, you can bring out that old medal. Look at this.
Oh, man.
That was such a great moment. And there's some local women that were on that team. We talked earlier this year at Benilde St. Margaret's.
Oh, yeah.
To Kelly Panic. Benilde St. Margaret's great, now helping on the coaching staff there.
Well, we got another one here, too. At Breck, we've got Abby Ruck from the Badgers who played on that Olympic team.
Pass missing, trying to hit it to Retram. It's icing on Maple Grove.
Maple Grove just doesn't seem to be real smooth tonight. They're just not really getting an edge like they usually can, and especially Stensley and I'm sorry.
Yep.
And Stelgis actually, who brings energy too. They could get that pace picked up. They could get things turned around here. But
Cougars trying to keep it down into the Crimson zone, but Maple Grove gets it back. Courtney Leising out to center onto the stick of Stensley. 1-on-2. Stensley coming in, trying to go to her backhand. Now pulls it back. Drops it off into the corner to Johnson. Johnson trying to get it past Flushing. Stelgis lost it. It's taken by Lauren O'Hara. O'Hara trying to chip it up the boards to Cody, who does get it out to center. Stensley lost it to Cody. Here comes Cody for Centennial, shot away. And Osseo the save, gave up a big rebound.
Oh, she did.
Goodrow not in a position to get a shot on net. Now Maple Grove hoping to catch Centennial in the line change. They push it down into the Cougar zone. Courtney Leising it, dropping it back behind the net. Elliott has it there for the Cougars. Back off for Hammond. Onto the stick of Hemmer, who's got it at center. She'll bring it in right side. Drop pass there, trying to get it to Ella O'Hearn, and the Crimson intercept that and turn it away. Stensley will shoot it in to the Cougar zone. 13 minutes to play in the second period. Still 2-1 Centennial leading here in the Section 5AA Championship. Olsen gets the pass off for Rice. Back out to the blue line. Big shot by Caitlin Leising. Goes wide of the Centennial net. Getch will pinch in to keep the puck in the zone. Off onto the stick of Rice in the corner. Puts it back behind the net. On to Abby Elliott, stick for Centennial. Hit it off the referee, and that allows Rice to get it for Maple Grove. Rice trying to get it to Caitlin Leising and does. Leising returning it back out. Holm battling to keep it in. Push it out of the zone. And Olsen has it there. That gets blocked. Trying to get it into the zone. Here's Morgan O'Hearn in. Backhand shot. Osseo the save. Centering a tip. That goes off the top of the net and right in front of the goal. There's a shot from the boards, and Osseo makes a save on that. Back out in front. Shot away. Osseo the save.
Wow.
Back out. Fleshing a shot. That goes wide of the net. Swept back to Fleshing. Kept it in for Centennial.
Boy, how much energy is Centennial rolling right now? They've got some mo going for themselves here.
Back it goes. Fleshing a shot. Puck comes loose. Back out to the point. The Torma drives it. Osseo the save. Puck comes loose and onto the stick of Rice. She'll turn it back the other way from Maple Grove. Rice into the zone. Will drop it into the corners. Maple Grove makes a line change. Hammond ahead. O'Hara. Her shot gets blocked. And it's taken by Tater of Maple Grove. Tater on the move down the left side. Christina Tater in the circle. Recently committed to the University of Minnesota. And it's taken back by Centennial. Here's Lauren O'Hara. O'Hara dropping it back behind the net. Maple Grove clearing it but not out. Shot from the blue line. Torma was going for a tip that goes wide of the net. The Cougars keep it in. It's Johnson and will skate it down for Maple Grove. And she'll ice the puck here with 10.5 minutes to go in the second period. 2-1 Centennial. Look at this one. Almost the second fluke goal in the game that would have gone against Maple Grove as it crawls over the top of the net and down. And like, lucky that Osseo wasn't in a place where it could have gone off her back and in.
Well, she actually turned to her right and brought that left shoulder back so it wouldn't hit it and drop in. But boy, caught unawares. What a great shift for the Centennial Cougars. Jeepers.
Puck down into the Centennial zone where Elliott will skate after it for the Cougars. Elliott, nice little move. He got it to Hemmer, but then she lost it. Kept in by Stelgis. And the Cougars get it back. Hemmer. Pass missing, trying to hit O'Hearn. Ella O'Hearn at center. O'Hearn taking down Getch. Maple Grove has possession of the puck again. Stelgis trying to bank it ahead. That gets broken up by Parr. Came into the stick of Stensley. Put it on net. And Gross the save. Francis missed on the pass, but it's in on net, so there's no icing. As play goes on here, 9.5 minutes to go in the second. Fleshing able to keep the puck in for Centennial. On the stick of Tim. Tim's pass missing Stensley at center.
Boy, you notice how Stensley is always flying. She's always looking for a break to go on.
Picks it up here, picked off the pass, one player back, moves in with a shot, and that, I don't know if it got all the way through Grosser. That was stopped by O'Hara instead. Or excuse me, by Newpower. Here's a shot from the blue line. That gets blocked.
Yeah, the Centennial D's blocking a lot of shots, and it's just, boy, nothing's getting through from the outside, and they're really shutting them down.
Stensley looking to center it. Flushing picks that one off, and she'll bank it down the ice. Icing here on the Cougars.
Well, this has really gone back and forth, and the Centennials, they found a way, John, to get a little extra jump, and they really put it on that one forechecking run they had where they had the puck inside the Maple Grove zone for a minute. They're gaining confidence as this game goes on.
No doubt.
A lot of freshmen and sophomores on this roster.
Here comes Hemmer for Centennial, pushing it in on the right side. Lost the puck. Olsen getting it onto the stick of Rice. Back to Olsen. 2-on-2. A shot by Olsen on net. And Gross makes the save on her. Rice back to Olsen. To the blue line to Johnson. Slides it across. Faking the shot. Pulling it back was Tim. Drops it to the corner. Olsen will go after it. Pushed back out. Tim, good job to keep it in. Tim, right point. Off into the circle and unable to get her stick down on it was home. And Centennial clears it out of the zone.
You can see how much the effect of the blocking of the shots that Centennial's having on Maple Grove. They're being very careful about letting their shots go. They don't want to hit shin pads.
Here's Olsen with a drive and send it wide of the net. Cougars will ice it again. They'll bring it back to the Centennial end. Just over 7.5 minutes to go in the second. Good hockey game, damn.
A good hockey game, and I'll tell you what, the Cougars are really playing smart too. And then, frankly, John, these icings they're taking, they're not too worried about it. They haven't been winning. They've been winning quite a few faceoffs here too. So that's working to their benefit. There's another win for them.
They do get the faceoff win here and get the puck out to center ice. Getch after it there, has it, and lost it as she came to the center red line. Centennial playing it up ahead into Maple Grove's then. Caitlin Lysing up to Rettram, who will fire one over the top of the net. Shipley after it there, gets pinned to the boards by Thompson. Puck comes free. Rettram trying to go after it, but doesn't win that race to the puck as Flushing got there first. Rettram with it again, dropping it back to Caitlin Lysing, put it toward the front of the net. Now here's Tater back behind the net, misses on her pass intended for Shipley, and out comes Lauren O'Hara for Centennial. She'll shoot it down into the Maple Grove end, where it's taken by Getch. They head to Rettram. Rettram onto Tater's stick. She'll have to skate after it after it bounced off her stick into the corner. Trying to get away from Flushing. Hammond move in for Centennial. And now played by Francis behind the net. Back out to the blue line. Shot away from the point. Gets blocked in front. Tater in front of the net. And it comes onto the stick of Stensley now. A lot of traffic trying to get it back to Tater. Nice breakup by Lauren Parr.
Boy, that was a tough pass to Tater right there with Parr so close there. They're trying to get something. Lauren Stensley's having a great game. I love the way she controls the puck and she takes care of it, and she tries to make something happen. But right now, the Cougars defensively, John, are playing a really good hockey game.
Not a lot of shots on net this period. 5 for Maple Grove, 3 for Centennial. There's 6 minutes to go now, and that went up out of play. Face off back in the Centennial end.
Well, as we look at the numbers, I mean, Centennial's begun to have 2.7 goals a game, and Maple Grove's one less goal per game, but yet the way that they're playing defense, the Cougars are doing really well, and I expect some frustration is going to happen here with Maple Grove if something doesn't happen soon.
Face-off win for Centennial. Now the Newpower able to get it down into the Maple Grove end. Taken by Hemmer, puts it out in front, intercepted. Here's a chance for Stensley. Stensley coming in, a shot away, she's down. Oh, it's off the pipe. I thought she'd cut the inside of that. Instead it went off the pipe and back out. Maple Grove back with it. In front, looking for the tip shot in front was Oakland.
That was a nice
corner, back out to the point. behind the net. Stensley with it again. Tries to wrap it around. Save made. Puck loose. They jam at it. And finally we get a whistle. And the net comes off. Body's all over. The puck's down there somewhere.
Chaos has arrived.
Absolutely.
Well, a little
Stage 2-1.
Ninth grader girls stood up really good here. Got shot off the pipe there by Stensley. And then they came back and they got it in front of the net, and there's some growling going on. There's a good shot and look at all the players in front of the net here, but girls kept their composure, kept their legs out, and kept the puck out.
Fleshing back behind her net. Rice for Maple Grove. To Oakland, back for Rice. Puts it out in front for Olsen. It just missed the net there. Rice. Taken away from her. No, get it. Olsen gets it back. Maple Grove keeping Centennial bottled up right now. That gets past Rice. And his skate after it there was Torma. Back out to the blue line. Olsen keeps it in. Back out. Rice will drive a shot. That gets deflected on net by her own player. Gross able to make the save. Kept in by Oakland. Rice in the corner. Keeping it back out to the blue line. And Centennial getting the pressure off. Ices the puck.
Oh, that was the third line for the Crimson, John. What a nice forecheck they put on out there. Good effort. Grab a little momentum away. Now your stars come out and see what you can do. But that was a nice job by that line in the Crimson. See Coach Crandall coaching him up right now, congratulating him on a good shift. Boy, nice.
Well, taken by Maple Grove after Centennial that initially won the faceoff. Can't get it out of their zone. Here's a chance for Maple Grove in front, and Retram got it on net. Had to pull the trigger late. Just couldn't settle the puck down, and that didn't get as good of a shot, I'm sure, as she would have liked. Now Shipley with it. Thompson push her to the boards. Thompson after it as she battles with Retram. Puck freed up by Tater. Puck loose and fired down, and it's right on net where the save is made by Casibo. Back comes the Crimson again. Here's Tater. In alone, now putting it out in front, and Retram couldn't get it on her stick for a backhand try. Johnson will shoot it right back in for Maple Grove. Thompson. Overskates the puck. Here's Stensley with it. Lost it. Getch gets it. Getch with a shot and fired it wide of the net. Back out to the left point. Tim able to get it to Retram and then pushed ahead. See if they can get to the puck. Hammer does get to it and puts it out in front, but nobody there, and shot went wide. Now Centennial looking to keep it down to the Maple Grove end for a bit, after it's been down in the Centennial end pretty consistently the last 3 minutes. Pass across for Retram. She'll bring it in left side, and they're offside.
Wow. Tater just offside there. Well, just nice pressure relief, but the Crimson's coming back. They're starting to pick it up a little bit. One thing I'm noticing about Gross in the goal, John, is, boy, she's just real steady. You're going to have to beat her to a spot with a shot because her positioning is really good.
Just over 2 minutes to go in the period. Maple Grove kept it in the zone for a moment and back out. And out they come. Here's Lauren O'Hara. O'Hara shot away. Casibo the save. Here's Rice for Maple Grove. Got Olsen on her left. Tia Rice drop pass. It's the return pass from home. Olsen will move in. Getting the puck away from O'Hara. Up the boards. Goudreau will slide it out of the zone. Won't go far enough. Well, it does go far enough for icing, but they wave it off, and picked up by Tim. Onto the stick of Stensley. Now it's Courtney Lysing to the front of the net. Puck loose out in front of Gross. They jam at it. Puck comes free. Net comes free. And that brings a stop and play.
Well, nice that net came free because it was getting real crowded down there. Good movement in front there. And then coming in for the rebound there. They're showing their hunger.
Shots on goal for the game, 20-10 in favor of Maple Grove, but Centennial leads 2-1. Courtney Lysing tried to pull it back through. That got broken up. Got away from the blue line. Just went wide of Gross. Off the stick of Annika Johnson.
I wondered if she saw it for a moment there.
Abby Elliott gets it out to center. Here's Hammond. Left side. Drive back behind the net. Lost the puck there. Crimson move it out, and Stelgis has it. Pushing it into the Centennial zones. We're under a minute to go in the second period. Stelgis onto the stick of Courtney Lysing. Blue line kept in by Tim. Johnson moves into the circle. Shot away, and it doesn't make it all the way to the net. Gets deflected wide. Centennial golf it out. It gets past past Stelgis at the blue line and back out into the Maple Grove end with 30 seconds to go. Head to Courtney Lysing. Stensley lost it. Centennial able to play it out of the zone. Shot back into the Cougar zone. Lauren O'Hara across for Cody. Cody moves in. Shot away. She scores! I think the Siebel might have been screened by her own player there, and the shot sneaks through, and a huge goal for Centennial. They score with 12.9 seconds to go, and it's 3-1 Cougars.
I think it deflected off the defenseman's skate there on that. Whoa. Cody comes in, she gets the shot. That looked like it got deflected. Wow. Boy, just beaten, I'll tell you what. She's a little back in her net, too. She wasn't on top of the crease, so.
Fleshing gets an assist, her second, as we get a big pile up in front of the Centennial net with 1.5 seconds to go in the period. Crimson getting a late rush in on Caitlin Gross.
Well, maybe that's the spark that gets the Crimson going because, I mean, the Cougars are playing smart. They're just playing well in their defensive zone, and when they get an opportunity, they try to take advantage of it, but they don't sacrifice from the defensive end to get goals, and then pretty much it's worked for them because they've taken advantage of when they've had an opportunity.
Callie Cody's fifth goal of the season with 12 seconds to go in the second period has given Centennial a 2-goal lead heading into the third period. Our score after 2. In the Section 5AA Girls Hockey Championship for 2021, Centennial 3, Maple Grove 1. More hockey on CCX after this.
If I could be you, and you could be me for just 1 hour. If we could find a way to get inside each other's minds. Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes. Well, before you abuse, criticize, and accuse. Walk a mile in my shoes.
Back at the Maple Grove Community Center, where it's been a hockey doubleheader this afternoon for Crimson hockey fans. The Maple Grove boys winning earlier 7-1 to advance to the section final. Maple Grove girls right now, though, trailing 3-1 through 2 periods of the Section 5AA Girls Hockey Championship. It was 2-1 after 2 periods, after 1 period, and then Centennial getting the only goal there in the second. As we mentioned, this is the 3rd straight section final for Maple Grove. They beat Centennial 2 years ago, and then last year at Roseville taking on Blaine. That was a great game. Went back and forth. Lauren Stensley has come up big in the section final 2 years in a row for Maple Grove, scoring there. And the Crimson going on to win 4-2 to capture their second straight section championship as the Crimson celebrate with goalie Brooke Gazebo, and on the state they went a year ago. Well, they'll need a rally to be able to do that today. A lot of the same teams, actually the same teams, Maple Grove, Centennial, and Blaine in these section championship games for the last 6 years. Maple Grove winning back in 2016, then it was Blaine, Centennial again. And Maple Grove the last 2 seasons, as we mentioned, and who is it going to be today? State tournament again begins a week from today at XL Energy Center. And Centennial Cougars, who got a big win over Blaine in the semifinals, hoping they've got 17 minutes left in them, carrying a 3-1 lead on top seed Maple Grove into the third period. We'll take a break. More hockey from Maple Grove Community Center after this.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You will also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV.
It's Centennial 3, Maple Grove 1, Girls Section 5AA Championship for 2021. Centennial took a 2-1 lead into the first intermission. As we get highlights from the second period of play today at Maple Grove Community Center. Entertaining period. Centennial with a chance, almost dropping one in off the back of the net behind Brooke Gazebo. Caitlin Gross has been busy in net for Centennial. Another good period for the freshman. And the goal was scored late in the period as we see the scoring chances we've had. Lauren Stensley shot turned away there by Caitlin Gross. And Ella Olson getting an opportunity here. And Gross, good job just moving side to side and staying in front of the puck. Stensley, best chance of the period, and rang it off the pipe. Actually beat the goalie but couldn't put it in the net. Defense covering up there, and the puck was loose and cleared away by the Cougars. And then here's the goal coming up with 12.9 seconds. Goes off the defenseman, skated in. Credit goes to Callie Cody for the goal at 16:47 to make it 3-1 Centennial. Shots on goal, about a 2-1 margin, and both shots on goal and scoring chances in favor of Maple Grove. And just the one penalty that came late in the first period. So the Crimson winning in the shots on goal and scoring chances, but down 2 on the scoreboard. It's 3-1. Centennial leads Maple Grove. Third period on the way next here on CCX.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
Ready for the third period of play here at Maple Grove Community Center at Centennial 3, Maple Grove 1. Yeah, Maple Grove, as we've seen, with more of the scoring chances, but it doesn't matter when you've got a good goalie, and a lot of the chances have been decent, but not great chances. I mean, the best scoring chance was the one that actually beat Gross, but went off the pipe there by Stensley in the second period.
Yeah, that's been about it, and they got a crowd. They got to crowd that goalie. She's good. I mean, she can't see the puck. You got to either beat her to a spot or just blind her. And we'll see if Maple Grove can come up with that this period. But so far, Centennial's game plan's working very well.
So we are underway here in the third. One period of the section championship and a spot in the state quarterfinals next weekend in St. Paul. Battle for the puck in the corner. Finally grabbed by Maple Grove. Here's Stensley with it. Off to the stick of Getch, and trying for the one-timer, but not getting much on it, was Caitlin Lysing. And driven out of the zone by Cody and down the ice.
Well, the one thing I've talked to a number of coaches about too is they went into sections, and what do you think? Well, a lot of them hope, especially the higher seeds, they don't run into a hot goalie. And this is exactly what's happened right now to the Maple Grove Crimson. They run into a hot goalie, and they're going to have to start crowding and pushing and getting in front of her.
Face-off win for Centennial. Maple Grove, though, gets it at center, and backhanded by Bella Shipley down into the Centennial end. On the boards, it's Hammond. Lost the puck. Chance trying to get it to Tater in front from Retram. Went off a D stick, and able to cover on it is Gross.
Good opportunity, good thought. I mean, the eyes were open. Retram made a good play out there. Just got deflected there, but she's missed. Gross has held up very, very well for the Cougars.
Face-off win for Maple Grove. It's on to the stick of Tater. Tater getting it for Johnson. Back behind the net for Retram. Lost it there. Ella O'Hearn has it. Now for Morgan O'Hearn. Pushed off to the corner. Maple Grove has control of it again. Here's Tater putting it out in front, and the save made by Gross. Retram couldn't get the tip in.
Well, that's the one mistake they haven't made yet. They haven't let any Maple Grove players in behind them, but that was close that time.
Swept out of the zone by Morgan O'Hearn. It'll be skated down by Taylor Holm. Onto the stick of Jenna Tim. Tim turning away from Goudreau. Plays it out to center and shot by Abby Elliott. Back ahead to the Maple Grove line. Tie up there. Goudreau getting it out in front for the slot for Cody. Casibo, nice job to poke it away. Best play for her tonight as it's knocked by Lauren O'Hara. Down back into the Maple Grove end. Tim get it out to center. And fired back in wide of the net by Elliott. Johnson gets it out to center. Onto the stick of Francis. The head into the zone. Looking to put it out in front was Hammond. Now shot. Oh, that hits the side of the net. By Parr.
You see how Centennial just slowing them down. They're just taking the pace. Everything's outside. Nothing in the middle. They're just really keeping them there. That's the first good move there.
Stensley trying to get it to the net, but couldn't. Stensley in the corner along with Francis. Back out. Gets with a drive. That goes wide of the Centennial net. Comes back out to the right point to Oakland. To Rice. Back behind the net where Elliott has it in the corner for Centennial. Taken by the Cougars, and they chip it down into the Maple Grove end. Emily Oakland banks it off for Getch. Lost it, and Maple Grove able to recover as Oakland got it back. Now here's Stensley, but she's 1-on-3. She'll push past one player. Stensley gets it back, trying to pull it to her backhand, lost the puck. Back out, kept in the zone by Courtney Lysing to Stensley. Return to the left point, to right point to Getch. And out of the zone, a nice play by Ella O'Hearn to get it down the ice. She pushed it past Oakland. It's icing on Centennial.
Oh, I think Maple Grove's starting to grip their sticks a little hard. There's been some missed passes and some deflections here that have taken them off their gang, and they're not holding nice soft catches. They're putting up a big 2x4 there to catch a pass, and it doesn't work. It bounces off.
Johnson able to keep the zone as Cody tried to chip the puck past her. And now Johnson will send it down into the corner. Thompson for Centennial for flashing. Good pass out. Here's Lauren O'Hara in on the right side. O'Hara's shot, and Casibo got a piece of that to steer it wide. Goudreau back for O'Hara. O'Hara circle, nice little move. Lost the puck though, and cleared away by Johnson. Kept in the zone by Torma. Back behind the net for Goudreau. Puts it out on the slot. A good takeaway there by Retram to take it off the stick of Elliott.
You notice how the Centennial staying very spread out. They're moving the puck the way it needs to be, and I love that. Oh.
Back out to the blue line, but Hammond couldn't keep it in. Let the Cougars get a hold of it in the neutral zone and shoot it back down to the Crimson zone. Tim will bank it out to center, trying to hit Tater, but too far on the pass. It's icing on Maple Grove.
Well, good play by the Crimson there, trying to break Tater out and do that. But boy, the way the Cougars are just laying it out and they're playing puck keep away in most of the sets so far this period, John. And you know, as the Russians say, if you don't have the puck, you can't score.
They really say that?
I did. I heard, Vladimir Tretiak say that exactly.
It's a good accent, Dan. I like it.
Thank you very much.
It's sent down into the Cougar zone. We're inside of 12 minutes to go here in the third period. Maple Grove with the top seed in 5AA, trailing number 3 seed Centennial by 2 goals at 3-1. Centennial fans wanted a penalty there as they thought Morgan O'Hearn was turned around. Just had the one penalty so far in the game, and that was on Fleshing of Centennial in the first period. Turnover for Maple Grove. Here's a chance for O'Hara coming in. And she rang it off the pipe on the backhand. Great opportunity from Lauren O'Hara.
Boy, she's played a heck of a game tonight. Lauren O'Hara has been the real spark plug here.
And then down was Hammer. I didn't see if she got hit or what, but they blew the whistle because she did. Definitely went down. There's a look at the chance again by O'Hara. Look at it.
Oh.
And then Casibo didn't know where it was. And there, you see Hammer got knocked down.
Yeah, I think it was somewhat accidental.
Somewhat.
Right.
But they're not going to call a penalty. They'll move it out here just outside the Maple Grove line. Centennial win. They've got a lot of face-offs. A good break up there, and it gives Stensley a rush back the other way for the Crimson. Stensley will push in deep and lost the puck onto the stick of Stelgis. She loses it there to Lauren O'Hara. O'Hara trying to get it for Goudreau, and shot by Tim. Back ahead where Stensley pushes it down into the Crimson, into the Centennial zone. Cody trying to get it out of the zone and does. Banked ahead by Goudreau to the Maple Grove end. Comes ahead to Stensley. In on the right side. Shot goes wide of Gross in the Centennial net. Courtney Lysing gets pinned to the boards there. And swept and driven out by Summer Francis. Picked off by Maple Grove. And shot in by Johnson. After it there is Holm. Holm's centering attempt. And that's picked up by Centennial's Hammond. Hammond will circle in her own zone. Pass ahead off the stick of O'Hearn. And played ahead by Parr down to the Maple Grove end. Parr is down now for Centennial. And they'll bring a whistle.
This getting a little bit more physical here. Looks like
she went down. She and Olsen kind of just collided. I don't think any kind of penalty there, but she took the worst of it for sure, and still is down.
She had that stick out. Could have got called for cross-checking too, but boy, sometimes that just the stick or something gets caught in between your pads, and it just rubs on rib bone and stuff. And folks, that hurts. Yep, that looks like where she got it, right on the bottom ribs.
Lauren Parr, senior forward. Some of these seniors, not all of them, were part of the section runner-up team 2 years ago that lost to Maple Grove, and they're hoping it's their turn here. Look at it again. Parr. And there's the collision with Olsen. Maybe Olsen there with her right arm. You look.
It comes up underneath.
Right there. Kind of protect herself, but just caught Parr in just the right spot. that caused the injury.
Looks like she's hurting pretty good. I hope it's nothing serious.
We've got more section hockey coming up this week. It's boys hockey on Wednesday night. Wayzata, a winner today over Creighton-Durham Hall. Well, let's look at all the games that we've got coming up. First of all, starting Tuesday, we'll have a boys basketball and girls basketball doubleheader. Girls playing at 5 is Maple Grove. In Section 8, 4A hosts St. Michael Albertville in the semis. And then Elk River against Maple Grove in the boys semifinal. That's Tuesday, 5 and 7:30, both of those games live. And then Wednesday at Plymouth Ice Center, Wayzata Trojans will take on Benilde St. Margaret's for the 6AA Boys Championship. Wayzata eliminating Edina today. Benilde St. Margaret's shutting out top-seeded Creighton-Durham Hall 4-0. So it's the Red Knights and the Trojans with a boys title Wednesday, and then Maple Grove boys here on Thursday for the 5AA Championship. Centennial and Blaine playing in the other semifinal. Centennial leading that, but play a struggle for Lauren Parr to get off. And if they advance, we hope that's not serious enough where she wouldn't be able to play in the state tournament next week if this lead holds for the Cougars.
It's been so hard for these seniors too, John, for this year, and then they get an opportunity to go to state and you can't play. Oh, that major bummer.
Centennial boys did win that other semifinal, Dan, over Blaine, so it is Centennial at Maple Grove, a rematch of these schools in the boys title game here at the Maple Grove Community Center Thursday at 7 o'clock.
Tune in, folks. We got some great games coming up for you for hockey. Can't comment on basketball, but
there'll be great games.
Well, you got the 2 and 3 seed with St. Michael and Maple Grove.
Yeah. Both have had really good programs that have met in section finals in the past in 8-4A. This year, Elk River, the top seed in 8-4A girls basketball. Again, that's our first game coming up Tuesday. So, back to the action here. Puck down into the Maple Grove zone. We're under 10 minutes to play. Crimson trail by 2. Tater puts it wide of the Centennial net on the shot. Back out right point. Shot there from Stensley. Gets blocked and cleared out by Abby Elliott. Skated down by Caitlin Lysing in her own end. She'll drop it off for Getch. Getch will flip it out to center. Ahead it comes. Tater. Couldn't get on it. And Stelgis will bring it in. Stelgis along the boards. Has it taken away from her. And back come the Cougars. Lauren O'Hara. Shot away. Shot it wide of Casibo in the Crimson net. Goudreau keeping it in. O'Hara trying to go after it again, but still just getting there first. Plays it to center. New Power got it back down into the Maple Grove end. New Power again with it at the blue line, able to chip the puck past Shipley. Still has the puck. Putting it out in front, trying to pass it to Morgan O'Hearn, and that got broken up. And now Rice has it for the Crimson. Rice on the pass, hitting Retram. Retram with a head of steam shot away. She's going down. Fleshing a good job of kind of riding her off the puck there. Centering pass out in front. That gets broken up by Fleshing. Off into the circle where it's picked off by Hammond. Hammond gets to center ice.
Cougars are just getting so many turnovers, John. They're just patient. They play their positions. They got good angles, and they're just stifling Maple Grove right now. And the part of it's being physical. They're not afraid to get physical with this team. The Cougars are.
Oh. Tim lost it. Here's Goudreau for Centennial. Shot away and shot it wide of the net. Puck caroms all the way out to center. Shot back into the zone by Elliott. Here's Tim for Maple Grove. Off the tape of Courtney Lysing and down into the Centennial zone. Taken by Lauren O'Hara. And pushed out there by Cody down into the Maple Grove end. Icing on Centennial.
Barely, but you can see what the Cougars are doing. Just get it out. Just get it out. Keep it out of the zone. They don't have to score anymore. And Maple Grove could use one right now, sometime in the next 2 minutes, to get them within one, and they can start setting up for the final 5 minutes of the period here, the game.
And this will be for the puck drop. And we'll do it again.
You know, I've been really surprised at how well Centennial's handled the faceoffs, John. They've won quite a few of them. And it's really important in hockey.
Play back behind the Cougars net. Courtney Leising for Stensley. Backhand tip shot. Save made by Gross. Back out it comes to Getch. Driving a shot that gets blocked by O'Hearn. Ella O'Hearn. Played by the Crimson. Back behind the net. And picked off there by Morgan O'Hearn. She'll come to center. Shoot it into Maple Grove end as Centennial makes the line change. Getch will rush it up and then banged it by Stelgis down into the Centennial zone.
Look at the Cougars. They got a real Irish contingent on this team, and they're forceful players on the team. O'Hara and O'Hearn.
It's a good week for them, maybe, if they win this game, right?
Yeah, St. Patty's Day.
It's Stensley. Circles back into her own zone. We wind down to 6 minutes to go in the third period. Lauren Stensley carries deep down into the Centennial zone. Still with it, turns, fires a shot, and fired it high and wide.
Now tell me Kirill Kiprzak doesn't have any influence on these kids. What a nice move by Stensley, came around.
Iced by Centennial.
And by icing it, yeah, there's a face-off in their zone, but they've been winning most of their face-offs. They're getting fresh people out there to play. They're running this through just like formulaic hockey.
Face-off win for Maple Grove. Shot fired wide by Retrum. Tater can't push it out of there, and instead Centennial gets it to the blue line. Not quite out yet. And they'll ice it again. I always think you ice it enough that's going to hurt you, but it certainly hasn't been the case tonight for Centennial at all.
Not at all. I mean, they're controlling their own zone so well. Even if they don't get the face-off, they got everything off to the side. And everything that's in the middle has been really fought against. I mean, they're not backing off one bit, the Cougars. They're going after them physically and keeping them off their pace.
Four players tie up to the right of the Centennial net. Comes back out to the blue line. Johnson. And to Olsen's stick. Lost it. Cody can't clear though. Down in the corner. Rice trying to get after it. Along with Olsen. Broken up by O'Hara. Got it to the blue line. Johnson can't keep it in this time. It was just pushed out by Cody. Back at center. Lost. Then Fleshing overskated it. And back comes Maple Grove. Rice into the zone. Carries to the corner. Tia Rice gets her stick lifted there and gets tied up. Holm trying to poke it free for Maple Grove. Still after it. Fleshing and Francis and Olsen. We get a whistle.
It's going to be a penalty, I think, for tripping.
And our first penalty of the night on Maple Grove, and it comes with just over 4.5 minutes to go.
Oh, wow, that's going to hurt. Okay, well, you got to stay aggressive now. If you're Maple Grove, stay aggressive. And they've scored 4 shorthanded goals this year, so they're capable of doing. But you just see what, Centennial's doing. And I don't know what the call was.
Rice going off for tripping here.
Okay.
12:25.
So you're not really treating this as a penalty kill. You are treating this as, okay, we're one man down, but we got to keep going at the net.
First penalty of the night for Grove. They come shorthanded, down 2 goals. Just over 4 minutes to play. Chance for Goodrow. That would have sealed it, I think, but fired the shot wide. O'Hara keeps it in, dropping it back behind the net. Francis to Goodrow. Back behind the goal it goes. Caitlin Leising with it. Off for Getch. Goodrow overskated it, and Getch will drive it down the ice. 1:15 left in the penalty, under 4 minutes to go in the hockey game. Centennial up 3-1. It was their first state tournament appearance in 3 years, after Maple Grove has won this section the last 2 seasons. Oh, puck picked off briefly by Stensley. Just got a stick on it. Now Tater with it. Maple Grove needs to do more than just kill off the penalty. They need goals.
That's
Tater
right.
drives in hard to the zone. And lost it. And it's picked up by Thompson. Picked up by Tim, though. Back out to center ice onto the stick of Getch. 35 seconds left in the Centennial power play. Just over 3 minutes to go in the third period. Tater trying to bring it into the zone. Pass by Tim got picked off. She gets it back. They keep it down into the Centennial zone, though. Tater now onto the stick of Shipley. Trying to get it back for Tater. 2:45 to play. Out in front, and that gets deflected wide of the Cougars' net. Driven out to the blue line. Kept in there by Tim. Tim puts it out in front. Didn't get all the way through. Maple Grove back at full strength with 2.5 minutes to go.
Well done by the Crimson, John. They played that mostly in the Centennial zone. Not that Centennial cared about scoring that much, but still, they got some opportunities here. That's what they needed. Can they grab some momentum off of this? Let's see if they can. Maple Grove Crimson, I mean.
I think we're getting probably close to the point where you get maybe your timeout and pull the goalie both.
Yep, absolutely. She could go at any time now. I'd even consider being down by 2, pulling her right now. So we'll keep an eye on her.
Face-off win for Maple Grove at Centennial. Able to clear it, got it out to the blue line, kept in the zone by the Crimson. Fight for the puck, goes back behind the net. Flashing after it, along with Stelgis. 2 minutes to go in the third period. Stelgis getting it for Courtney Lysing, putting it out in front. Centennial has it. They get it ahead to center ice and shot by Cody down in the Maple Grove end. 1:43 to go. Here's Johnson. Off onto the stick of Stensley. Stensley, top of the circle. Stensley putting it out in front and missed. And now coming to the bench is Casebo. With 1:25 to go. It's shot into the Centennial zone. 1:20 to go here in the section final. Maple Grove with the extra skater on. Drop back to Tater at the blue line. Tater moves around one player. Still with it. Shot gets blocked. Kept in the zone by Stelgis. Goes to the side of the net and then to the opposite corner. Courtney Lysing trying to put it out in front. Puck comes loose. Still loose, side of the net. Minute to go in the hockey game. Centering pass out in front. Puck is loose. Cleared and out of the zone by Francis. Caitlin Lysing will shoot it back toward the blue line. It comes wide of the net as Centennial got a piece of the puck and shot it down, but wide. And it's an icing call with 44.8 seconds to play.
Well, you see some look of joy. You see some look of concentration, some look of little anticipation. What a great smile. How nice.
Timeout taken by Maple Grove.
God, it just makes it so fun watching these kids just compete as hard as they can. And, you know, Centennial's been beaten twice by Maple Grove this year, and we talked about that third game, John, and here we are.
Yeah.
And it actually should be 2-1 considering what I call the hockey guy goal.
Yeah.
But, you know, Centennial's played a great game defensively-wise. They really have taken Maple Grove totally off their game. I mean, 1 goal for this team that's averaging 4?
Yeah, and it scored 5 twice on Centennial this season.
Yeah. So now you just look for one opening if you're the Crimson. Just get that first one, and then we'll worry about getting the second one. And right now, Centennial, this is giving them an opportunity this time out to rest up their best players for the defensive run here. And so they'll keep doing their same game plan. We'll see everything pushed to the outside. They won't be afraid to take an icing here and there, as we've seen throughout this whole game.
You know, performance by Centennial tonight. Yes, Caitlin Gross has been very good, but the defense, and that doesn't just mean the defensemen, but the forwards have all done a good job, not allowing a ton of quality chances for Maple Grove. Again, we had that pipe in the second period, and certainly some big stops by Gross, but we've seen other games where goalies have been basically standing on their head, and Gross hasn't been doing that. She's been very solid, but credit to this whole Centennial team for their defensive effort tonight here against Maple Grove. So here we go.
Look at how many block shots they've had.
Yep. 44 seconds to go. Win for Maple Grove on the face-off. Puck comes loose. Stensley a shot, and there's the big save by Gross. Tater trying to keep it in the zone. Johnson, and it comes outside. Race for the puck. Rolling pucks are dangerous. It comes down into the Maple Grove end. Goodrow will get there first. It's tied up with down 25 seconds to go. Goodrow gets it out in front and buried into the net by Lauren O'Hara. And there it is. It's 4-1 Centennial.
How appropriate. Lauren O'Hara, carrying the same Patty Shamrock, has had a heck of a game, and she delivers the dagger. And Centennial pretty much wrapped up a trip to St. Paul. And what a great game they play. You just got to give them credit for just executing as well as they did, how disciplined they were. That young lady played a heck of a game. Right now, best player on the ice for both teams, as far as I'm concerned. Lauren O'Hara.
Second goal tonight, 17th of the season, to make it 4-1 with under 20 seconds to go. Tater for Maple Grove. Comes back out to Getch. Can't keep it in the zone. Under 10 seconds to play. Gets shooting back into the Centennial zone. Thompson after it there, and there it is. The Centennial Cougars, the 2021 Section 5AA Girls Hockey Champions.
What a hockey game.
That wraps up this section championship competition with the final score. The Cougars 4, the Crimson
4-1, the empty net goal late from O'Hara. And congratulations to Centennial. What a terrific effort all the way through. All these girls have skated today.
Absolutely. I mean, you can see the heartbreak with Maple Grove, but they've celebrated 2 years in a row, and Centennial absolutely deserves this win. They played so well, and every line supported one another. They all played the game plan the way it should be, and they never gave Maple Grove a real glimpse, especially in the third period, John. I mean, they shut them down. So, a good effort there, and for this first-year coaching staff, boy, what a start, what a year. And they said they got kids coming in that are younger, and so they're going to be a force in the next few years. And you feel kind of bad for the Crimson. A lot of seniors on this team that have been to state and haven't had a chance to win it, but
yeah, what a great senior class as Maple Grove the girls had, and so much success they had the last 2 seasons, and you think, wow, we can get back there again, and just we're not the better team today, and then that credit goes to Centennial.
And this next year we'll be faced with not saying the name Tater, or the name Stensley,
Stelgis, or the Lysings, Getch, Tim. A lot of seniors on this team. Gazebo, the goalie. It'll be a different look for the Crimson in 2021-2022. Congratulations to Sean Moline and his coaching staff as they get on the state and to the Cougars, and good luck to them in the state tournament next Saturday and beyond. That will do it for our coverage, Dan. Thanks. We'll see you with boys hockey this coming week.
Can't wait.
2 section championships on the way in the coming week here on CCX. That'll do it for our girls hockey coverage today and for the season. And for Dan Ficken and all of our crew here at Maple Grove Community Center, it's Centennial moving on to the state tournament. They win it today over Maple Grove. Our final score from the Maple Grove Community Center is 4-1 Centennial.